maybe come up with a code of ethics or code of conduct among the social media practitioners or actors. Kasi bago po ito, wala po tayong code of ethics and code of conduct sa social media, kagaya po ng meron sa KBP, yung mga broadcasters. Meron din po tayong regulatory body doon sa mga broadcasters naman din from TV and radio, no? So siguro we'd like to hear from them, Mr. Chair, maybe if they want to say something.
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of Chairman,
Yeah.
before we
Yes.
before we recognize our bloggers here, may I just say a few words, Mr. Chair, because I guess all of us are victims of misinformation. Lahat po tayo nagiging topic ng mga vlogs eh.
Pati kapwa vloggers.
Yes, pati kapwa vloggers. I'd just like to direct my question perhaps to, and maybe to, Commodore Tariela, if I may, Mr. Chair. I was listening to your exchanges to the question of Congressman Marcoleta, and I agree with you. You have no legal obligation to defend anybody among members of this committee to save your peace, in defense of anybody of us. In fact, Mr. Chair, I would say on record na maraming salamat sa lahat po ng serbisyo niyo binibigay sa ating bansa. I think yung threat, yung everyday challenges that you face in protecting our national sovereignty and territory, I think all of us should at least, at the very least, compliment you with the service that you have provided, sacrificing your own life, taking away the time from your family in order that all of us would be safe here in this country. So marami pong salamat. I was listening to the exchanges, and I also somehow na nararamdaman ko po where Congressman Marcoleta is coming from, kasi lahat po kami doon na experience yung ganong mga misinformation and disinformation. This is not a question, that's just a manifestation I'd like to share to you. Kasi the last committee hearing, I was also asking Ma'am Malu Tikia. And there were clips of those interpellation that I had, and I'm going to ask questions to Ms. Tikia, na it was uploaded on YouTube by some vloggers. And what they somehow, the message that they somehow to convey to the public is that wala kong kaalam-alam. Na Congressman Zia, walang alam, nilekturan ni Ms. Malu Tikia. So if I would also premise that from the way Congressman Marcoleta was telling Commodore Tariela to rectify that kind of perception or fake news na ako, I would say that Ms. Malu has no legal obligation to come to my defense. 'Di ba? So ganun lang po yung aking gustong ipaliwanag dito. Na yung maganda po yung exchanges namin ni Ma'am Malu. In fact, the reason why I was asking, all of us are asking questions, because when it comes to this new kind of platform, technology, etc., itong digital information sharing platforms, talagang this is a new frontier that all of us are ignorant of. I'm sorry to say, this is just, kung meron po tayong knowledge dito at kaalaman, talagang kukulang. That's why we are also asking these questions, because this is a new frontier that we need to explore more on how we can respond to challenges brought about by this new form of communication. So, yun lang po yung manifestation ko, I guess, Mr. Chair, na sometimes tayo po na nandito sa committee ay talagang titirahin talaga nila, pero wala pong obligasyon. Tulad po sa amin ni Ma'am Malu, Ms. Tikia, wala po siyang obligasyon na sabihin doon sa channel niya na hindi naman sa walang alam si Congressman Zia, tinatanong na niya ako kasi ganun talagang trabaho nila at ganun din yung purpose ng pagpunta ko doon para mag-supply ng inputs at magbigay ng mga sagot, mga ganda. I'd just like to put that on record, Mr. Chair, so that ang publiko, para maintindihan po nila na sa mga committee hearings, talagang ang trabaho po ng mga membro ay magtanong sa mga resource persons. Ang mga resource persons po din ang magbibigay ng inputs because they are the experts and they are the authority to provide us with all these inputs. You may call it lecture, you may call it a seminar, pero I mean, this is how things are really done here in the House of Representatives. Just want to premise that on the way, Commodore Tariela, because he has no moral legal obligation to go out and defend any of the members here in this committee. Similar with Ms. Malu Tikia. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Jong. So, again, this committee would like to say that, like what Congressman Barbers earlier has said, and Congressman Adjong, itong committee natin ay humihingi ng tulong each and every one of you para makagawa po tayo ng batas o gaya ng sinabi ni Congressman Paduano earlier this morning na ma-amend ang mga batas para tumama na sa ating panahon ngayon. Marami nang nagbago, mga ano na ngayon. Dati wala. Itong mga cellphone, itong mga iba-ibang ano na natin ngayon. So, with that, we need your expertise, your different contributions to our country para makagawa ng tamang batas. Hindi ho itong TRICOM ginawa para mang-suppress ng freedom of speech ng mga tao. Tayo ho lahat dito, hindi po kami lang, Kasi hindi naman pwedeng, kailangan manggaling din sa inyo, That we can all agree. So now, with that, we have invited those who attended, just like before, last meeting. We have Miss Maria Lourdes Tikia. Would you like to be the first ma'am to, would you like to say anything? No?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think I've said enough during our first hearing. I'd be more than willing to sit in a technical working group to craft possible code of ethics. Ang magiging problema lamang po niyan is yung policing the rank may be a very hard thing to come by simply because the World Wide Web is so big. There was an exchange a while ago about MTRCB and KBP. First point is the Internet of Things is different from your TV, radio, and print. That's why it cannot be a rating body like MTRCB or a self-policing body like KBP. It cannot be part of broadcast because of the nature of Internet of Things. What can be done is probably a resolution embodying code of conduct for content creators. The technology you cannot regulate because it is something out there. And the fact that the offices are in another country, the servers are in another country, but the point raised by Attorney Gonzales on the Internet Transaction Act and the VAT on digital platforms are worth considering and reviewing in crafting a code of conduct. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, ma'am.
Muling ipinatawag ang mga vloggers at social media personalities sa Kongreso ngayong araw. At isa na nga sa mga dumalo dito ay si Prof. Malu Tikia. Matapang at buo ang loob na humarap si Prof. Tikia sa Kongreso at nanindigan sa mga una nitong naging payag. Ano ang opinyon ninyo mga kababayan sa naging pahayag ni Prof. Malu Tequia sa pagharap niya sa Kongreso ngayong araw? I-comment nyo sa ibaba sa comment section mga kababayan kung ano yung opinyon ninyo sa inyong mga napanood, narinig dito sa naging pahayag ni Prof. Malu Tequia dito sa kanyang pagdalo sa hearing dito po sa Kongreso ngayong araw na ito. Pag-usapan po natin yan sa comment section, talakayin natin yung mga bagay-bagay tungkol nga dito sa napapanahong issue. So sa ngayon mga kababayan, hanggang dito na lang muna yung video. At para sa mga gustong mapanood ang kabuuang video, ay maaari ninyo bisitahin ang Facebook page dito po sa House of Representatives para mapanood po ninyo yung buong talakayan. Kasi ito po ay short video lamang po at highlight nga po natin yung pagsagot po ni Prof. Malu Tequia kay Congressman Barbers at kay Congressman Acop at sa iba pang mga nagtatanong po sa Kongreso kanina. Okay, so maraming salamat mga kababayan at magkita-kits po ulit tayo sa susunod nating update. God bless po sa inyo.